Hi everyone! So as promised, I told you that I would record a sample tutorial to show you what this might look like in Screencast-O-Matic. And I decided to record it over using track changes in Word because this is something I teach my students to do pretty often. So I thought it would be useful to record a tutorial. And if you've never used it before, then you'll have a new tool in Microsoft Word to use. So first thing we're going to do is open up a Word document, and I just have your tutorial criteria and grading rubric pulled up here, so you'll recognize this document. And what I'm going to do is go to these tabs at the very top, so they go from File all the way down to Acrobat. You'll go to Review right here and open it up. And under Review, you'll see Tracking. So you'll click on this little arrow to give you more options, and you'll see Track Changes right there. All you have to do is click on it to turn it on. So track changes, there we go. Once that button is grayed out, that means that track changes are now turned on. So what that means is that if I'm going in and editing this document, let's say I make a change here. I want to backspace video tutorial, and I decide I want to word this differently. So a recorded video. So you can see where the original text was and that it is now crossed out, and then you can see the added text here. And then on the left side, there will also be a mark to indicate that the text was changed. Now, I use this feature a lot when I'm editing documents and sending them back to the author, and it's really helpful because they can see exactly what I've changed and why. And when I'm working in it, something that I like to do, if we go back into track changes, you can see this button here gives us several options. So it says all markup, simple markup, no markup, or I can just look at the original document before I made any changes at all. Usually when I'm working, I'll put it on simple markup. And the reason why is because it gets really distracting when you're making a lot of changes here in the document. And I don't like to see all that red text as I'm working. So now if I make a change, so let's say delete this word, add in another word. Now I'll still have a mark over here on the left side indicating that a change was made, but the text itself won't look any different here. However, if I go back in, change it back to all markup, then it'll pop back up. So the reason that I do this is, again, just to keep that distracting text off the screen when I'm working through and doing edits. But the author that I send the document back to can really easily turn those back on and see the changes that I've made. So you're not changing anything about the document itself, just what it's showing you as you're working. The other really cool annotation feature that goes along really well with track changes is the comment feature. So I'm going to scroll down just a little bit here. You can see new comments also in the review tab. So all you have to do is, let's say I have a comment about Screencast-O-Matic. So I'll highlight this text. Then I go up to comments in the review tab. I click on new comment, and it pulls up a comment and shows that this is the text the comment's about. Maybe I want to say you could also try recording in Panopto, which is another screen recorder software. And it's just a way to provide additional feedback for the person that you're making these changes for. It's a great way to work collaboratively. It's a great way to work remotely. And it's just a really useful tool to have if it's something you've never used in Word before. It's a really great way to give evaluation and to give feedback. So that's kind of an overview of how to use track changes. Let me know if you have any questions.